Squid Game 2 is finally here, but was it worth the wait? To me, yes and no. Because it definitely was worth waiting to see how they were going to pursue after the first season ended, how they were going to pursue it. And I do like how they went about it. Like how our main character, Seong Gi-hun, with the returning lead, Jung-lae, if I'm pronouncing his name right, I have no idea. He's been stockpiling. He's been preparing for finding this guy who's been recruiting, the guy that recruited him, who's recruited so many others, find the island where Squid Games is being made. And he has built up an arsenal. And we get mercenaries involved, and like this person might be involved, but this person might be trying to deter them to getting to where they need to go, and it kind of creates like a nice little mystery of who is involved with the games and who is not. And the no part is because he's back in the games. Because, I get it, you want to stop the games, you're there to try to help people, convince people to stop the games because they've been given the option to actually stop playing by majority vote after each game. But it's like, I think I would have preferred literally an entirely new cast of characters, which for the most part it is, except for our main character, while Gi-hun is in the background, is like a side character as he tries to continue to hunt to find the island. But with that being said, they do change it up. We do get the classic red light, green light, but the other games are different. And I'm glad they're different, because if it was just the same games, it would have been like, meh. Like, what's the point? So, as you can probably guess, the story is, Gi-hun is trying to stop the games from the inside, which doesn't go very well, as you could probably figure. And again, I would have preferred that he kind of just stay in the background, and let's just have a whole new cast of characters figuring out their way through the games instead of him screaming and yelling, "Don't do this! Don't do that! Oh my god! We can't do this! Shut up! Oh my god!" Just, I would have preferred if he just did his own thing and searched for the island. Another issue with Squid Game 2 is that there does feel like there's a lot of filler. And I think that's because they put Gi-hun back into the game. So there's just a lot of explanation of him trying to describe and talk and explain to other people about the games. Like, oh, I've been here before. This is what to expect. This is what not to expect. Even though we're sleeping, people might come, our opponents might come to us and kill us. It's just, I feel like it just repeats a lot from the first season. Now, that's not to say I didn't enjoy Squid Game 2, because I did. The new games were fun and also crazy. A lot of blood, a lot of violence, which is what we've come to expect from the first season of Squid Game. So, in that, it succeeds. We also do get to see, kind of how the hierarchy works with the guards, the triangle, the circle, the square, and all that. And there is a nice little twist about somebody who is in the games, which I will not spoil if you haven't watched it yet. So that's a little interesting. But ultimately, I feel like there's too much filler and too much of Gi-hun to really set itself apart from the first season. Yes, there's different games. Yes, there's people getting murdered and blood everywhere, and they do delve a little bit more into the organ harvesting that we saw some of in the first season, but I feel like it's not enough. And at the end of the day, when the season ends, when Squid Games 2 ends, all it does is set up Squid Games 3. So when it's all said and done, season 2 really just feels like setup for one final season to tie it all together. So if you're a fan of the first one, I do recommend it. It is worth watching to see the story continue, but just from my perspective, just be prepared to probably not like it as much as the first season. I give Squid Games 2, I'm going to give it a B-.
Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get notified when more reviews go live. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie or show, and I will see you next time.